Welcome back to Meryl's Kitchen. As a reminder, times are very difficult right now, and the reason why I'm doing these videos is to show you how to use some of the Gainey food products and make some fun and pretty simple recipes that might be a little bit more exciting for your family to have during troubled times. So this recipe actually is using 6 different Gainey food products. We're using a seasoned pepper and a garlic pepper. They're both my staple peppers that I use all the time. A white truffle grapeseed oil, and a roasted onion garlic jam, and a roasted onion fig jam. Now, I'm making a pork tenderloin with bow tie pasta topped with sauteed mushrooms and roasted lemon and garlic broccoli. I'm gonna do that with all of these 6 products. What I'm gonna pair with that is our limited selection Pinot Noir, and I'm actually gonna cook with it too. Let's move on. Here's the pork tenderloin that I bought. This is about 1 pound. You're gonna wanna cook it, bake it in the oven at about 375, 400 for about 20 minutes per pound. Now how I'm going to make this is I'm going to use here the roasted onion and fig jam. I think that is just wonderful flavors, pork and fig. It just sounds delicious to me. And I'm going to liberally put it all over the pork. Then I'm going to flip the pork over and do the same thing. Just pour it all over, get as much of the fig and all that fruit in there. That looks so yummy. I'm gonna save just a little bit in the jar because maybe when it's done cooking, I may wanna top it off with it. But then from here, I am gonna add kosher salt. I always have salt. Liberally put the salt. Don't be afraid, it tenderizes the pork. We're also going to use garlic pepper. I will liberally put that on. Again, the sweetness and the spice is going to be fabulous. I'm going to flip it again. Just get all of that wonderful fig on there. And then again, salt and pepper. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to bake it for 20 minutes. Uncover it and continue to bake it for 5. I'll see you when this is done. So now my timer went off and we're gonna check on the pork tenderloin. When it did go off a few minutes ago, I did check it and it just didn't look brown enough to me. So I upped the temp to 500 degrees and did an additional 5 minutes. You may need to do that at home also. But let's take a look at it. Oh my goodness, look how gorgeous that is. And it created more juices because the pork gave off its own juices, which we'll be able to use to top on it. We're gonna let this rest for about 10 minutes and move on to the broccoli side that we'll be serving. Now, what I did was I just steamed up some broccoli. You can do any vegetable you really want, but I thought broccoli would be wonderful with this. I'm gonna use the Meyer lemon dipping oil. Just because it says dipping oil doesn't mean you have to dip with it. Here, I'm just gonna drizzle it on ever so slightly. It's just gonna give a little lemon flavor to it. And then I'm gonna use the seasoned pepper. Now, I don't have to use it out of the jar because I have seasoned pepper right here at home all the time. So I'm gonna put the seasoned pepper, again, liberally, and kosher salt. Stir, and it's done. On to the next. So now we're going on to the other side, which is going to be a bow tie pasta, which I already made right here. I added butter and salt, very simple, because this will be our base. Then we're going to make and saute mushrooms. I have baby bellas and cremini, melting butter right now. Going to throw them all in. Now, you know that mushrooms render their own liquid, so there will end up being quite a bit of liquid. But as it does that, I will pour in some Pinot Noir also because I want to cook with the wine that we're going to be serving with this. So this will take about 5-6 minutes. So let me get this done and I'll be right back. So the mushrooms did render all their liquid. It has all cooked off. I'm now going to add some Pinot Noir. And again, you have to judge how much you want to put in. You just want this to add the flavor to the mushrooms of the Pinot. Keep this on high. You want this to reduce. But also, I am going to drizzle a little bit of the white truffle oil in here, adding also that oily, mushroomy flavor. And I'm gonna use a little bit of this roasted onion and garlic jam. I just thought that would be interesting with the pork. So I'm gonna be adding this in here too, just a few heaping spoonfuls. Cook this all together. Oh my gosh, I wish you could smell this. It smells divine. I'm gonna let this keep cooking, and I'm gonna start plating up our meal. The pork tenderloin I sliced, here it is, and I put it inside all these juices. I'm gonna flip each piece over, if I can here. There we go. Just coat it. You want to get all that wonderful fig flavoring. And I'm going to take a spoon in a moment here. Spoon a little bit more of this onto the pork. Then I'm going to have to keep stirring these mushrooms. I don't want them to burn after all of this. They just look wonderful. I'm actually going to turn off the heat because I want to keep some of that liquid there. Here are my bow tie pastas with just simple butter, salt. Going to add the mushrooms with all this delectable sauce right on top. I'm getting really hungry. And to finish off the plate, some nice greens that have a little kick to them and a little zip. And look how bright they are. I didn't overcook them. I want them to be al dente. And there you have it. So here's this pork tenderloin dinner. You would get all 6 products and a bottle of Pinot Noir. It retails for $130. You can get it for $100. Hope you enjoy it.